So you're thinking about moving to Houston Heights. In this video, we're going to show you around the Heights and talk about the pros and cons of living in the Houston Heights area. Stick around to the very end. We'll share you the best kept secret about the Houston Heights that you don't want to miss. And get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything about there is to living life in Houston, Texas, the pros and the cons, the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, then subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Houston, Texas. My name is Joseph Diasana and welcome to the channel Living Life in Houston, Texas. My partner, Carrie Josephson, and our team of realtors get calls and messages every day from people just like you and you and you and you and you and you looking for help on living life in Houston, Texas. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. The information is in the description below so we can help make your move smooth to Houston, Texas. Number one pro is the local dining. In one of my map videos you check out earlier, I can show you a bunch of different places to eat. Roughly about 10 I go over there. However, in several of the magazines that show the top 10 places for restaurants or for burgers or for Asian restaurants or a new restaurant starts, all of that, there's at least one or two mentions in the Heights area that is super awesome. You will gain weight. I mean, by far, you will gain weight. You will be spending more money because, like me, I like a drink. I have to have an appetizer and maybe have enough space dessert. I mean, definitely you will love it. Everything from street food to fine dining. And some of them are Michelin rated, but they don't need to go get that marketing because they have enough of a following. So definitely you'll love it. Absolutely love it. Con is it's a higher cost of living, and it's just to be expected. It's a high demand area. It's close to all the major places downtown, the medical center. You can get to the Galleria area, and it's super easy. It's well connected. There are 4 main highways: 610 to the north, I-10 to the south, you have 45, and then you have 290 to the northwest. Sense of community. There are lots of local events in that small area with tons of activities. One that I can remember is, I call it the festival that's on Heights Boulevard. Super fun. Once a month, they have vendors out there, and then you walk this esplanade where people are hiking and biking, walking their dogs and working out and just enjoying the weather, and there are vendors. So that's super fun. The other 2 main events are Lights in the Heights and White Linen Night. So Lights in the Heights in December, and it's Christmas and it's well decorated, and they block off the street so you can walk and see all the decorated houses. White Linen Nights is typically in the fall when it's super hot, a tradition that carried over from New Orleans when a lot of the transplants from Hurricane Katrina came to set up shop and actually live here, and just super fun time. You wear white linen and there's vendors and music, and you walk on 19th Street, lots of people come and show up. You know, obviously the lively atmosphere can create noise. So just depending upon where you live in the Heights, Shepherd and Durham are the main north-south streets. And the closer you are to that, because there's a lot of restaurants there, a lot of bars. There's bars on 18th and 19th Street. On the west side, it's a through street, but it's right behind residential. So if you live super close to them, it can be noisy. And also, if you live close northern part by the freeway, you hear ambient noise. So you want about at least 2 blocks or 3 blocks in if that fits within your budget. Traffic congestion. Houston's growing. Texas is the number one relocation for all of relocation for the past several years, and Houston has a bulk of that, and the Heights will pick some of that up. So over time, it is getting more and more congested. Right now, there is a redo some of the streets and the thoroughfare and some of the infrastructure on Shepherd heading north, and it really hammered a lot of restaurants that were over there, so that they had to close down because of it, because they're building new luxury apartments and it brings 400 or 500 people in, and it's just getting super busy. So the cost of progress, I guess. Great pro is rich historical character. There are historic sections if you're historically designated by street, and each association governs what is preserved or what needs to be done in order to remodel a historically designated house. So you'll see a lot of Victorian houses there. There's a plaque. It's quite a nice thing to see. Lots of people, limited parking. So depending upon where you live and how close you are to these mixed-use spaces with restaurants and shopping, it's a little bit of a challenge at times for parking, especially if you live a block or two away from these places. Lots of really fun places there. Cultural scene. There's a lot of little art events that happen, music events. It's cool because you can take your bike there, you can walk there, you can, obviously I would take an Uber, especially in the night. Several beer gardens that you can go to, wine bars that are super close. Welcome to the Bayou City, right? We're in the Bayou City because we're a bunch of bayous. If it rains a lot, it floods. So that's a con. Sometimes the heavy rains will flood some of those streets. You got to be quite careful when you are traveling during those heavy rain days. Definite pro, abundant green spaces. Lots of opportunity to hike and bike, to take a stroll. It's safe, it feels great to be outside and get energized by nature. Con is it's ongoing construction. So when you think they're done with one street, then there's another street. And so you've got to figure out different routes to get in and out during your work day. Another pro is walkability. Most amenities, some of the great restaurants, bars, and eateries are walkable. Literally 3 or 4 blocks. Literally right around the corner. Super awesome. Con is because the area is so popular, a lot of the long-time residents can get gentrified out because the tax basis is sometimes super expensive that you almost can't afford property taxes because the land pricing is so high. Like right now, average land just for the land alone is like $500,000. Kind of a challenge there. Active local economy. There's a lot of strong job opportunities and local businesses that you can get a job and then literally walk to work or bike to work. I have a client that lives on 19th Street and he bikes to downtown, which is about, 20 minutes, 10 minutes by car, but I guess he has a gym there and all that stuff. So it's super easy for him. So he saves on parking, $20 a day because he bikes downtown, except for when it's like super stormy. Con number 8, high pollen is troublesome for people with allergies, and really there's a lot of allergy sufferers out there, and so we've got a lot of the pollen and things like that. So work on your homeopathic remedies to try to resolve some of that, or your Zyrtec, whichever way you decide. Pet friendly, tons of pet friendly parks and establishments where you can take your dog and give them some food and some treats and some things to drink. Con number 9 is property taxes. Property taxes are very high there. In Houston, we calculate our property taxes based on the taxable value assessed by our Harris County, our county that we're in. So that could be a little bit of challenging affordability wise. Architectural diversity. There's a wide range of home styles catering to much different tastes. So you can have ultra modern, or you can have Texas traditional. Ask me sometime what that means, or you can look it up. Con number 10 is limited school options. Even though it's a high demand area, some of the public school systems, our schools here, don't have quite the great rating that you want. So you may have to go private, and there's some choices you'll have to figure out that we can help you with that are quite local. So the best kept secret about Houston Heights is there are a lot of hidden in plain view places to go to. So for example, one place that I really like is Savoir, which is a cuisine, American with a little bit of French infusion. But the hidden kept secret is there's a restaurant inside the restaurant called Patton's. It's a steak place. And you go through the front door of Savoir, tell them I'm here for a Patton. Then they'll take you behind the bar, through the wine room, and there is another dining room with a whole full bar inside the restaurant. Super weird. And so there's lots of little hidden places like that that are super fun and that are a surprise in the Houston Heights. And that's all we have for today. And until next time, have a good day, sunshine, and we'll see you around the Bayou City.